I am back. Hey, look at this, you guys. I'm about to give you a dose of Call of Duty Ghosts. Yes, after playing the Infinite Warfare beta, it gave me an itch to go some boots on the ground. I know we all waiting for that COD remaster, but until it comes out, why not get a little bit of Ghost in? And this is the funny thing. I ran into somebody that was watching my stream. I was streaming earlier, and I decided to jump on Ghost, and look, he's in the game with me. He's going to drop out the game. No, he has some things to do. But you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to one-man army it. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm using a setup I never even used when the game was at its height. I got an M27. Of course, I got my thermal because I am old and blind. I'm running with my IEDs. But look at this. I put a silencer on here. Look, oh, I made a mistake. Look, I feel like a noob. It's been a while since I've been on the game. And look, I got laid down. But you know what? I'm not going to give up. You know, the beautiful thing about this game is the sound horn is real. Look, I can hear him. I'm sitting in a bush and I'm waiting for him. Look, I can hear him. Look, he's coming over here to my left. There you go. Shot in the back. And look, I got a silencer on there. I never ran with a silencer. Wait, I can hear another guy. Where is he? Oh, look at this professional sound horn. 101, get laid down, turd. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of working these areas, trying to get into some old school camping spots. I used to work this hallway like a boss, but it's been a while. And I'm doing some rookie mistakes. Now, look, the guy got past me. And what I love about the game, it called him out. He's in the control room. Look, I'm going to look up there and see if I can lay him down. Now, the funny thing about playing Call of Duty Ghosts after I'm playing for a while, certain game modes are extremely greasy. That's why I jumped on TDM. I jumped on some domination, and the same guys that were playing when I played 2 years ago are still on here. They couldn't adjust to Advanced Warfare. They couldn't adjust to Black Ops 3. So you know what? They stayed on here. They're all at like 90 and 100 days play. So you know what? I decided to get on some TDM. Why? Because it's time to play against some noobs. Look, I'm going to put my IMS there. And look, I'm just trying to get a feel of the game. Like I said, it's been a while. I jumped on, got a few games, trying to get my feet wet again. Trying to figure out the flow of the game, and I didn't play much TDM, but you know what, the one thing I like about Ghosts, it didn't matter, the games flowed the same. I don't care if you were in TDM, I don't care if you were in kill confirmed, domination. Look at that, turds were being turds, and you know what, turds get laid down in this. Look at this. I'm just trying to get my feel back, and I'm having a conversation. Look at us, we're up there talking about the live stream and stuff, but he was letting me know he was about to go. Look, see, I missed that guy again in the control room, but you know what, I'm gonna get out of here. Look at this, I decided to backtrack. Look, like I said, I'm feeling a little rusty. And look, I hear a call out. Somebody along the train tracks. I'm trying to figure out where the train tracks. And look at this guy laid me down. Look, let me watch the kill cam. Look how fast he's moving. Okay, I got a sweaty and he got sit rep on. Okay, that's all I need to know. Look, C4 sandwich there. C4 sandwich there. Like a lot of people thought sit rep was the counter to camping. No, it wasn't. If I knew you had it, I was going to bait you out. I would put stuff in places to make you come. That's all SIRREP's going to do. You just got to outsmart the players. Look, I got IEDs protecting both my back. If someone comes up and shoot it, I'm going to hear it and I'm going to be able to turn on them. Of course, this was a great line of sight. And look, turrets kept coming. Keep coming, get laid down. And look, see, my ID went off. Where is he? Come on. And I got a silencer on, so he doesn't know I'm shooting at him. Look, was that the guy? No, I don't know if that was the guy with the sit rep on, but look, see, now I got this IMS. Look at this guy. Look, he's trying to come back, try to be slick. Look, I'm going to put this here in case he runs around that corner. And if he's the guy with the sit rep, I'm just going to wait for him. Now watch this little trick right here. I'm going to go over here in this corner. Now look, we're losing 31 and 28. And I'm a sound whore. And I'm trying to stay close to my IMS. Look, I'm expecting that guy with sit rep to come. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to lay him down. Look. I'm sitting there. Look, ooh, one guy got hit with an IED sandwich. Smoky. And look, I can hear him shooting at him. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about. He destroys my IMS. And you know what? What in the butt? I destroyed him. And look at that. I'm on a little killing spree. And where's that guy with the sit rep? Look, I'm waiting for him. Watch this drop shot right here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Wait, up. Nobody. I was waiting for someone to come around that corner. Look, you can hear them from a mile away. I'm going to tell you, Ghost got the sound right. In my opinion, I love the sound in Ghost. Oh, there's the drop shot. But there was nobody to look. He ran by so fast. Look at this guy. He got on marathon and agility or whatever it is. But you know what? I'm not worried because I'm going to counter him with an M27. Look at this. I'm now 12 and 3. Starting to get my groove back. Look at this guy. I'm right here, son. That time they kill is nice. And I got a care package. I wasn't even trying to complete the care package, but I did. Look, once again, let me go ahead and protect my back. Now, let me call this. Wait, I don't want a care package. How do you get to the chopper again? Wait. There you go. There you go. Now I'm going to get on the chopper. Now, look, the score is 34 to 35. I'm trying to win this game. And you know I'm trying to get into this night-night machine. Look, I got this care package. I'm creeping. Oh, look, that's the guy. He got hit with some hip fire with an M27. Get laid down. Look at that, an M27 versus the SMG. Guess who won? Now, the reason I'm sitting right here, I'm looking at my teammates on the mini map. I want to make sure they're going to spawn over here to the back before, because look where most of them are on that side. So I don't want to get caught up rushing out there and getting laid down. And your boy's on a 10 kill streak. Look where, oh, I hear somebody. Oh, it's my teammate. Did I hear him before he even got there? But look at that. Now I got that helo pilot. And look, I got this care package. Look at this. The game is still close. These guys are trying hard. And I'm trying hardly. I'm just playing smart at this point. Look at this. What's in this care package? Oh, a missile strike. I don't know if this thing will kill me or not, so I'm going to call it in and I'm going to try to run indoors real quick. I forget what streaks will kill you and what streaks won't. I know they got that one that you usually get on Warhawk, and that thing starts dropping bombs and it will lay you down. All of a sudden, look, I'm 20-3 with limited effort here. Let's go over here in a bush and let's get into this night machine. One of the best score streaks in the game. Now, this game didn't have a lot of good score streaks, kind of like Infinite Warfare. But this streak right here, this streak was nasty. Look, it laid people down so quick, and it seemed like you were up there forever. And what I liked, even if they tried to shoot you down, you had 2 missiles to protect you. So you were able to last a little longer. Look at these guys. They're trying to hide, but not that one. That's the one thing I never understood about this game. When a helo pilot called in, why did anybody run out? I can see you. You're like free cheese. Look at these guys. See, these are smart guys. They're going to stay cuddled up in the building. Look at this guy. Let me see if I can get an angle on them. Like, even when you got people like this hiding, sometimes you just have to work the angle. Okay, I'm not going to waste too much time on them. Somebody came and laid them down. Look at this guy. Yep, you're not in there further enough. Look at this. Look at this angle here to get in the tunnel. Now, I'm finding Infinite Warfare, like with the Thor and some other score streaks, some of them buildings, it's almost impossible to hit people. I don't like that. I don't like score streaks are basically ineffective. Like, if you can control it, but they're all underground and indoors, what's the point of the score streak? The score streak needs to be able to penetrate. Look at that. I didn't get as many kills with the night machine as I liked, but I did get some laid down. Look, let's go ahead and move back into my favorite spot. Look at this. I like getting up on here. Now, I have been making a few mistakes. You know, I've gotten used to boost jumping up. So a lot of times when you want to get into like a higher building or go up a ladder, I go to jump first and I'm like, wait, hold up. I actually got to climb the ladder. Look at this dude flashbanging me. How did he get me through the wall? How did a flashbang go through the wall? You know what? I'm not going to even complain. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to camp in the open. Look, get laid down. I'm not even hiding. I'm not in the corner. I'm in the open. I'm right here in the middle. But you know what? These fools keep coming. And sometimes people get mad at me for camping. You should get mad at yourself for being repetitive and doing the same thing. I'm like, you trying to hide. Get out of here. Look, let me put an IED there, and I'm going to drop an IED behind my back. Man, I miss these IEDs. I wish they would come back, or even a bouncing Betty. I'm not too fond of the trip mines. Now, look at this. The game was close. Look at that. Oh, I missed that guy. But good thing that silencer is saving me. Ooh, I don't even know where that happened at. But look, I got that IMS, but you know what? I don't even want to put it down. I want to just sit here in the open and take them out. Look at that. Get laid down, and look, they keep coming back. Don't get mad at me. They keep doing the same thing. Now, for you guys, it's going to be like, you noob, you're using a thermal. You know what? I'm colorblind. I can barely see these guys, and I'm going to take whatever advantage I have. I never understood people complaining about you using equipment that's in the game. They put it in the game for you to use. Like, oh, get laid down, son. He tried to get away, trying to get one last kill. Look at this. We won 69-61. The crazy thing is everybody on my team is negative. I'm the only one that dropped this many kills. Both teams combined. You know why? Because I'm a one-man army on Ghosts. All right, you guys. I'm out.